The round of 16 draws have commenced today with, of course, the Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League taking place for the draws of the round of 16, and we have seen some very exciting matchups for our Canadian men's national team players, as Club Brugge's Tajon and Larin are set to take on the undefeated Benfica. Stefano Stacchio's FC Porto are set to face Inter Milan, who are struggling this season, and Alphonso Davies' Bayern Munich are in the marquee matchup against PSG, who are looking like the best team in world football. And in the Conference League, we have FC Basel's Liam Millar in a huge matchup against the Turkish champions in Trabzonspor, and that is going to be another phenomenal match to watch in that Conference League as well. But before we dive into things, make sure to drop a like down below, hit that sub button, and leave a comment down below, and we're going to jump straight into things and talk about Club Brugge versus Benfica. This is going to be a very exciting match, as Club Brugge are one of the best defensive teams in the group stage so far, only allowing 4 goals, which really came against FC Porto and Stefano Stacchio's side in that match day. But Club Brugge look phenomenal, keeping out tons of clean sheets, shutting out the likes of Atletico Madrid, and looking like a great side. Tajon has been phenomenal for Club Brugge, whether he's at right back, right wing back, striker, right wing, wherever he's been put, he's looked brilliant. Going forward, dribbling, running at defenders, he's been fantastic. He's been winning penalties, getting assists. He's been looking phenomenal. And for me, this is going to be a huge matchup. Might be one of the most exciting, underrated games in the round of 16. You got one of the best defensive sides in the Champions League in Club Brugge against Benfica, who are undefeated this year in this season. Undefeated in the Champions League, topping a group of PSG and Juventus, which it came down to the 7th column in deciding if they would top the group, and they did. And they're undefeated in their league form in Liga NOS in Portugal as well, of course beating Stefano Stacchio's Porto when he got that red card. But this is going to be one of the most underrated, exciting matches. Like I say, Benfica are undefeated, Club Brugge are one of the best defensive teams in the Champions League. It is going to be so exciting, and for me, I think Club Brugge is going to win this. I think they're going to find a way. If there's a way, there's a will, and I think they're going to do it. I think Tajon is going to have a huge part in this role into this matchup, and I think he's going to be phenomenal, and I think Club Brugge is going to advance over Benfica. And yes, they have gotten probably the most favorable out of the teams that would top their group. But for me, Benfica are still an unbelievable side. And I don't think whoever you got from that number 1 seed was always going to be difficult. But I think Club Brugge kind of lucked out in a sense here. We're going to swiftly move on to FC Porto versus Inter Milan. Stefano Stacchio has a very exciting matchup here, and another massive chance to truly prove himself again on the world stage. Inter Milan are, of course, a massive team in Italy and a great side to watch out for. Yes, they're not having the greatest of seasons so far, sitting in 7th place. They have not been their true self, but they're still a great side who are going to be dangerous, with a Romelu Lukaku going to be probably healthy once this matchup comes into play. Stefano Stacchio has been fantastic for FC Porto, picking up assists, truly turning into a true box-to-box midfielder, which all Canadians are loving, oohing and awing over. He's been fantastic in the Champions League. It has been posted all over TSN, Sportsnet, Tim and Sid, everywhere. FC Porto with Stefano Stacchio has been unbelievable. And I think they're going to advance over Inter Milan. They look truly brilliant. They've topped their group over Club Brugge's Tajon and Larin, like we just said. And they're phenomenal. They look like they can score goals for fun on their day. They're going free-flowing attacking style, and they look brilliant. And it is truly exciting to watch. And I think FC Porto and Stefano Stacchio will advance past Inter Milan. Now we have the big one, the marquee matchup of the round of 16 in the Champions League, the one all neutrals or everybody will have their eye on, and it's Bayern Munich versus PSG. PSG right now are arguably the best team in world football. You got Leo Messi and Neymar, who look like they're on Ballon d'Or form if they win the World Cup. Bayern Munich look truly phenomenal as well, coming with an undefeated record in the Champions League. Not just that, they didn't draw a single game. They won 6 straight, only allowing 2, scoring 18 goals. Bayern Munich were unstoppable in their group, and they had a great group of Inter Milan, Barcelona, and Victoria Pleasant. They had a great group, a very difficult group to get by, but they did it, and they did it with flying colors. This is a Bayern Munich side that look phenomenal going forward. They're quick, they're lethal, and they look exciting. And I don't think PSG are going to be able to get by Bayern Munich. I think their lack of competitive nature in the Liga is going to show against Bayern Munich, and for me, Bayern Munich is going to win the Champions League. This is the side that I see going forward. They're going to win it, and they're not going to be beaten. They look phenomenal. They look exciting. And I think a full-fit Davies going at that back line is going to be very exciting to see. And this is going to be a great matchup to watch out for. Everyone's going to be watching this one. Of course, it's a marquee matchup, Bayern PSG. And I think Bayern Munich fans are going to be excited about this. I don't think they would have wanted to dodge a bullet. I think they would have wanted to play one of those big teams, a Liverpool, a Inter Milan, or AC Milan. There was a lot of big teams at the second seed, and they probably got the biggest one out there. One of the best teams in world football that managed to come second with 14 points. It's going to be a very exciting matchup there, but we're going to swiftly move on to a matchup that I think is going to be underrated, but the best matchup in the round of 16 of the Europa Conference League. And that is FC Basel's Liam Millar, who were set to face off against the Turkish champions in Trabzonspor. This is a very exciting matchup, as Trabzonspor are a very good side that I think can give FC Basel a great matchup. You just got to look at what they deliver, and it's going to be a great matchup. They probably lucked out a bit, as Trabzonspor are not one of the better sides dropping down, but they're still a great side. And FC Basel didn't have the greatest run, and they got very unfortunate with not being able to get that first spot, as they did tie 11 points, but did lose out in those qualifications that you need to come first. And they did unfortunately drop to second place, where they have to now face in the round of 16 to Trabzonspor. And it's going to be a very interesting matchup, probably the most exciting of those round of 16 fixtures. I think hopefully Liam Millar will be able to earn some minutes. It's going to be very exciting because it is a long ways from now in February. But this is a very exciting matchup. All of our Canadian boys got amazing matchups for their sides, and it's going to be very exciting to see. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about the Champions League and Europa Conference reaction for our boys' matchups. Hopefully have another video today. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Drop a like, hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.